What's up, beauties? Welcome to today's video. It's me, Manders. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if it's your first time, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Today, we are talking about my top 5 fall palettes. So, these are the top 5 palettes that I have been reaching for throughout the fall months. So that is from September until now. We are almost in November. Holy freaking crap. How did that happen? I don't know. And it's just like such a nasty fall day today that I was like, you know what? We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about why I love these palettes for the fall months and why they have honestly been my most used palettes for the last 2 months. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around. If you haven't already, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. I hope it's not a thumbs down, but if it is, tells me something. Also, make sure you ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. Without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. So the first palette that we're gonna talk about today is by Up Beauties. So this is my City Limits palette. I love this palette so much. First off, it comes with a mirror. Makes me really happy when they come with a mirror. And I feel like this is kind of I don't hear anybody talk about this brand very often. I received this in a Tribe Beauty box, probably I think it was my first Tribe Beauty box actually. And it is just such, it feels a little overwhelming at first. There is this green shade Dance Party and then there is this blue shade Backstage. I don't reach for those two as often as the others. However, these matte shades, especially this one, Glamping, Silent Disco, VIP, and Playlist, those 4 shades I can honestly tell you that I use all the time. I'm really excited because I'm gonna make this a future project pan because I use this palette all the time and I'm like, why not? I reach for these colors all the time. They're nice, they're kind of like pinky. Sorry, I have swatches everywhere today. That is the shade VIP. I love putting this in the crease. I can really create some really nice fall looks with this palette. So that is my City Limits palette by Up Beauty. This is the only product I have from them, but I really do want to start getting some more because I'm really impressed with the formula of these shadows. They wear well throughout the day and I have no real complaints. So awesome palette right there. Next up is my Real Her 2 shadow palette, Do Your Squats. So you have had, and that keeps falling out. Dropped something, woo, it always happens. So this is a 9-pan palette where I need to fix that shadow. Comes with a mirror, which I'm gonna just clean off real quick. So, and it comes with the 9 shadows. So it's a really easy palette to use. I do enjoy the matte shades. I also enjoy the shimmer shades. So the one that fell out, this is Limitless. So it's just a nice, I barely touched it. And they're just so creamy and they're so easy to use. And it comes with a palette. So that makes me really happy. So I have been reaching for this more and more, especially over the last 2 months. So I am so happy I kept this palette in my collection. I almost passed it on to somebody else, but now I'm obsessed with it. Whenever I don't know what I want to do with my makeup, I reach for this one almost every single time. Next is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is the palette for the fall. I have been using this so much lately. I actually just finished filming a Project Pan video where you will see this as well if you haven't already. If I've posted it, I'll make sure I link it somewhere. But the color story of this palette is just freaking phenomenal. It comes with a mirror and I really do enjoy products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the only palette from them that I own at this time, but I'm so happy I bought this. This was the first high-end product this is the first thing I ever bought at Sephora. Most definitely the first thing I ever bought at Sephora. And I'm still very happy with it. As you can see, I've been using it so much lately. You can actually see I'm gonna start hitting pan soon. So this is just a freaking awesome palette and I reach for it all the time this time of year. It's my fall palette. Next up, this is by Maybe Cosmetics. This is their Take Me to Los Angeles palette. I received this in a Yes Oh Yes subscription box in the summer, and I was so freaking happy I got this palette. Just the color story is really nice. I love this this orange shade, which is called Red Carpet. I do enjoy Incoming Flight, and my most favorite shade out of the entire palette is this one right here. This is the shade La La Land. I'm gonna just give you a quick swatcheroo right there. It is like molten rose gold. It sits so beautifully on your eyes. I love it. This gold shade right here, award season, like you can't tell me that that's not gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this palette. I look at it and I'm like, it just reminds me of fall. I am so happy to have it in my collection. And this is like a smaller brand that I am so happy I found. I will link them down below as well. Highly check them out. They do have all of these different destination palettes. This is the second one from them that I own. And I use this all the freaking time, especially this shade right here. La La Land. Right there. I feel like I'm like swatching everywhere right now. So that is it. Now, last but not least, this is definitely not like the one I use the most, but it's the biggest palette, so I waited till the end, is the Morphe James Charles palette. I have reached for this way more than I really expected, but mostly because of these shades. Like I was sticking more in the browns and the neutrals, work really well for me for the fall seasons. So I was reaching for this a lot more often. I do enjoy the highlight shades, and I really, really like this shade right here, especially. It's just a nice matte bone shade. It's really nice for setting your eyes. Now, I know I said my top fall palettes. I could really put this one into any season because it has such a big color story, but I have been reaching for it more, so I thought I'd mention it as well. So that's it. We have 5 eyeshadow palettes that I've reached for the most over the last 2 months. This one is the James Charles Morphe palette, Take Me to Los Angeles by Maybe Cosmetics, My Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Real Her 2 shadow palette, Do Your Squats, and last but not least, the City Limits by Up Beauty. So these are the top 5 palettes I've reached for the most. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite go-to palette for this time of year? What sorts of colors do you gravitate towards? And do you have any of these palettes, and do you like them? So I cannot wait to hang out with you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for this. I will see you guys later.